Immersive and interactive courses give you the chance to scale up your business in a very powerful way. In this video, I'm going to show you how multidimensional elements can help you take that to the next level. Hi, my name's Arika. My team and I develop immersive and interactive online courses for entrepreneurs and businesses using our multidimensional learning framework. So today what we're going to do is we're going to jump into it. I'm going to show you some examples of what immersive and interactive courses look like and how that they can help you scale your business. Traditional online courses look a little bit like this. You have videos, you have modules and lessons and handouts in each video, maybe that there's some text, but in general, this is the format that you're getting. This allows for a very passive type learning experience. When we now move into immersive and interactive courses, it's about drawing someone in. So when we talk about an immersive experience, we want to create something that's more than them just sitting there passively taking information in, and have them actively engaged in their learning. Have them excited to be in there, not only excited to see what it looks like, but excited to be able to access the information in a really dynamic way. So as you can see here, you can see that the information is laid out a little bit different. We still use videos to be able to support some learning, but as you can see here, there's other elements that are added in to be able to quiz people, to be able to draw people in and have them click through, to click on these flip cards and see what they might want to learn. Maybe they don't want to click on every flip card, and that's okay. It's about the immersive experience of bringing them in and looking at how can we really bring in all of their senses into an online course? How can we have them visually see things, hear things, be able to kinesthetically move stuff around on the screen? This is what sort of that immersive experience is like. And then we look at the interactive part of courses. So there's a little bit of overlap in these two things, but when we look at the interactive, it's about how can that learner drive their own education. One of the things that we see in online courses is that, and I won't even say that we see, but that people ask us about online courses, or they're like, well, my clients, they're all starting in a little bit of a different place. And maybe that you're running one-on-one work with them, or you're doing group classes with them, and you can kind of judge in that moment where everyone is and sort of teach to where everyone in your in your program is. When you take stuff online now, there becomes another element to this. You have to sort of cater to a semi-wide range of audience. And I'm going to say semi because you want your course targeted to certain people who are at a certain place. But even within that place, there are differences in what people know, what people learn, what experiences they're bringing to the table in your course. And you want to be able to talk to each of them as though they're individually in your course. And this is what makes this immersive and interactive experience so powerful. So when they get in the course, I'm going to show you an example here. So when you look at this, this is the wheel many of you may be familiar with. Here you have the slider. So an individual can come in and they can rate where they're at, whatever's happened to them. Now, you say somebody rates themselves with very low numbers. We're going to say like 2s and 3s or so right across the board. When they come onto the next screen, they can see that their wheel looks like this. The color elements are really small in the center, and you can see that they have this experience. Now, when we click the next button, we go on to ask them, where are you feeling your wheel looks like? Is it sort of low numbers across the board? Is it, kind of full and robust? Is it all over the place? And the person can say, my wheel kind of looked like this one. And based on what they click, as you can see here, we deliver a personalized video for them. We deliver a video that speaks to someone where they're at. Somebody that's marked high 10s all the way across the board on their wheel is not going to be in the same place as somebody who marked 2s. So in traditional courses, what we see in that passive type learning is we see someone like, no matter where you're at, it's okay. Or if you're low, you might be feeling this. And if you're high, you're feeling like this. And their audience has a little bit of a harder time connecting to that message because they don't have the buy-in. They're like, well, my wheel isn't full. And then they're like, maybe it should be full. And then all of a sudden, all these thoughts are going in their head and they're not listening to the content that you're trying to teach. They're not able to take it in because they're wrapped up in maybe comparison or looking at other things. So in interactive courses, we can basically help them guide their learning experience and then deliver what they need. So the video here for somebody who has all low bars in here may be very validating and be like, you're probably going through a really rough time and things are just really tough right now, which is very different than somebody we might speak to that has a very robust scaling system. So for coaches out there, I'm sure that you understand how this wheel works, but for individuals who are not coaches and you may be curious how this works in your business, it's the same way. Being able to sort of segment, like, are you resonating with this or this? And it's not even always a blatant choice like that, but sometimes it's just like, here's a menu of really cool things. What do you want to do? And letting them in their curiosity be able to come and play inside the experience. So when we look at creating immersive and interactive courses, it's really about creating that whole experience that excites them, that tantalizes them, and being able to give them that opportunity to like learn where they're at. The other thing that we typically always apply our four elements of multidimensional learning. So this is, you want to make sure that the content is engaging. You want to make sure that the content is transformative. And this means that they're getting the results that you intended. Oftentimes we see a lot of courses out there that they're either giving so much information that they've gone above and beyond, and above and beyond isn't wrong, but if it's losing your clients, it can be detrimental. So making sure that it's delivering the exact results that you want it to. We've talked a little bit about the interactive component and then multisensory. So there's a lot of individuals out there with different needs, different abilities. So making sure that you can meet the needs, but also just being able to meet the needs for people when they're in your course and being able to like tantalize all of their senses as much as you can, because that's how individuals learn and learn for maximum impact. So now we go back to how does this help you scale? When you start creating things that are not looking like your competitors, that are steps above, this multidimensional learning framework and immersive and interactive courses are 10 times more effective than traditional online courses. So when you look at that, and you say your clients are getting there and they're like, wow, I've never experienced this before. They're excited to come in. They're excited to refer you to their friends, to other people out there to say, come check this out. And then they're able to get the information and have longer term transformations, longer term results from the things that you're providing to them because they can remember it longer. They're like, that one class where I got to do all this cool stuff in there and I got to learn all this stuff and it really impacted me. They're becoming your raving fans. And at the same time, you can use this as a way to be able to maybe charge more for your programs as you have an elevated program and something that's delivering such huge impact for them. So the other really great thing, just so you know, about being able to use immersive and interactive courses is about positioning your authority in the industry. So for those of you who do not have online courses, this is the time to have one. This is the time to create an extra passive stream of revenue. This is the chance to be able to add it into your portfolio of products so that customers can have more options when they're coming in to work with you. Maybe they can't work with you one-on-one because of time or money, and you now have this other option to be able to deliver to them. There's so many reasons. It's so dynamic. If you are interested in learning more about immersive and interactive experiences, if you're interested in seeing a demo or jumping on a call, reach out to us. We're happy to answer any questions we have. Hit the button, subscribe to our channel, and I will chat with you more again soon.